Former American President Ronald Reagan once said, "The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He's the one that gets the people to do the greatest things." And this is how one can describe Ghanaian businessman and entrepreneur Ibrahim Mahama. Mr. Mahama in 1997 founded what today is arguably the biggest Ghanaian, if not Africa's, mine contracting firm, Engineers and Planners. Mr. Mahama, who is in his late 40s, started out EMP as a heavy-duty equipment rental firm at the age of 26. Over the years, with his vision and leadership, EMP today has become the leading indigenous Ghanaian mine contracting firm, working for multinational mining companies such as Golden Star Resources and Goldfields Ghana, among others. EMP has the enviable record of being the first and only Ghanaian company to have constructed one of the largest tailings dams in West Africa for South African mining giant Goldfields at the Atakwa mine site. Again, he led the company to win the bid as the sole contractor that mined the Hunebutri-Benso concession for Canadian mining firm Golden Star Resources at Mpoho in the western region of Ghana. Mr. Mahama's company is currently executing the single biggest mine contract ever to be awarded to a contractor in West Africa, if not in Africa, at the Takwa and Daman concessions of South African mining giant Goldfields. The two contracts are worth over $2 billion. His company's footprints are well documented across Africa. EMP was the first to open up the Liberian economy to commercial mining activities after over 2 decades of civil war, when it won the contract to mine the iron ore concession for ArcelorMittal in Yekepa. Mr. Mahama's business interests include agriculture, where he owns one of the biggest poultry farms in the country, Asuchwari Farms, and a cement producing plant that is almost 80% complete. His contribution to the growth of the Ghanaian economy is enormous, economically empowering over 3,000 Ghanaians through employment, creating avenues for other businesses to thrive, and payment of huge sums of cedis in corporate taxes each year are just but a few of the several contributions he makes and continues to make towards the growth of the Ghanaian economy. He is passionate about social responsibilities, and this is reflected in how big his company is on corporate social responsibility. When disaster struck on June 3, 2015, with several lives lost through a heavy downpour, he marshaled his workers to move in, support with rescue operations, and further started dredging the Odona River at a cost of $2.5 million to the company. Over the years, we've invested over $1 million in health and education, providing infrastructure support for schools and hospitals in and outside our operational areas. Touched by the accommodation challenge faced by his alma mater, Mr. Mahama ordered for the construction of a 3-story dormitory to accommodate students of the Gbadamusi House in Tamale Senior High School. Mr. Mahama is passionate about the continent and its success. He believes that Africans, when given the right and needed leadership and support, will excel beyond expectations, and these are what he offers Engineers and Planners. His leadership and the success of EMP has opened up opportunities and set the pace for other locals on the continent to make a case for local participation. EMP, working for the growth and development of country and the continent.